Warning, this article contains spoilers for The Handmaid's Tale Season 2, Episode 3, Baggage It. Turn on the news any given day and you'll probably find yourself wondering, how did we get here? That's also the question that runs throughout Episode 3 of The Handmaid's Tale Season 2, as June, Elisabeth Moss, searches her own memories of life before Gilead to try to understand how it all came to pass, and why small changes led to a dystopian future. Gosh, what could the writers be trying to tell us? Advertisement. Continue reading below. Why did no one, including June, object when it was decreed that a husband's approval was needed for his wife's birth control, as we saw last week? Or when doctors started recording a woman's ability to bear a child in her medical records? Why did no one question it when the military were brought in to police the people? Copyright George Kraychik, Elu. At the start of this episode, still hiding out at the Boston Globe offices after 2 months, June is going through old clippings from the paper to find out for herself, sorting old news reports like a detective on a notice board under headings such as militarization and curtailment of civil rights. Of course, there were warnings, even if June didn't see them, and flashbacks reveal that at least one person, June's mother Holly, Cherry Jones, suspected what was to come. A doctor at an abortion clinic and women's rights protester. We first see her taking a young June to a rally in which women have written their rapists' names on pieces of paper before destroying them, the pieces, as June notes, falling through the air like snow. It's a disquieting scene, partly because it's not too dissimilar to real-life events we're hearing about every day. How did we get here? Indeed. Holly is a feminist who fights for what she believes in, and she isn't proud of her daughter's job as a book editor, correcting the typos in other people's words, as she disdainfully puts it, or June's impending marriage to Luke that will have her, in her mother's eyes at least, becoming a homemaker when she should be standing against all that is going wrong around them. Copyright George Kraychyk. Hulu. It's a fascinating insight into how June was raised that is touched upon in Margaret Atwood's book, but now brought to life, with Jones perfect as the tough, vibrant Holly. Let's hope we see much more of her. The episode is titled Baggage, the emotional sort, of course, but could have just as easily been called Mothers and Daughters. As June finally leaves the relative safety of the globe for a possible journey to freedom in Canada, Moss once again shows June wrestling with heartbreaking decisions, each awful thought etched on her face. If she flees, it means leaving her daughter Hannah behind to the same fate she has suffered. When Serena Joy showed June her daughter, she was wearing a pink uniform and cloak, presumably indicating that when she grows up she will become a handmaid. Exchanging the pink for red. Related, The Handmaid's Tale Season 2, release date, cast, spoilers and everything you need to know. And she is leaving her own mother, too, knowing that she was sent to the colonies for her activism when Gilead was formed. Can June be as strong as her mother, even if it means leaving Holly and Hannah behind? Throughout, there's a feeling that the minds behind the show are tapping you on the shoulder, reminding viewers just how easy it would be for a world like Gilead to come into being if all it takes is for everyone, like June, to be looking the other way. A decade ago, The Handmaid's Tale would have been a gripping but fantastical slice of television. Today, part of the show's success is that it feels as though we're watching something that could really be, and that's a feeling that only increases with each new episode. Viewed through that lens, this is the scariest series on television. Want up to the minute entertainment and tech news? Just hit like on our Digital Spy Facebook page and follow on our Digital Spy Twitter account and you're all